hopefully go to quick peek if this works. Yes, it is. All right.
You're good?
In theory, we should be live.
Okay. I'm gonna go, okay? Good luck, guys.
All right, thank you. Oh, that was a tough one. That was a close one. I had a lot to do today.
Yeah, same.
This is my screen. Ah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another F1 race. We are here in what I believe is Hungary. Am I correct? This time round?
Yes, you are. We are the Hungaroring.
Yes, and looking forward to this race, honestly. Did commentary on another league in the Hungaroring, and it was a fantastic race. So hopefully we can get the same yet again. And yeah, looking at the driver lineup today, looking forward to some drivers out there. Last couple of races in this league have been pretty much exciting. Who are you looking out for today for this pole position?
So I've just got to sort out myself who is actually racing, and I'll have to say. Ah, right. That's why I was searching for some names. I remember from last weekend, but I was in F1 in the F1 split last weekend. So yeah, no one to find from them here. But let me have back. I think we had Daniel Valle, who is at least fast, going up into the top 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that. Then we'll look out too.
Yeah, meanwhile. So these are our drivers that we have today. We are currently on board on the outlap of Black Panther, who is looking to try and make amends here this weekend after the last couple races haven't been too strong for him. So hopefully he will bounce back from France, as it really didn't go well for him. I think he finished outside of the top 10, not sure, somewhere around there anyway. So really, considering that I know him quite well, I really do wish him the best of luck for this weekend. Next, we've got Michael Busek, another one. From my memory, Michael, a pretty poor weekend, I believe. It was always around the back, so hopefully he can have a better weekend. We have Dave, BDG Dylan, Dimitri, Minik, Lucho, Complacency, Polyakov, Top Tom, who I believe has won the last 2 Grand Prix, has he not?
Top Tom, just 1 second.
I
Where
think
did
so, anyway.
Yes, he has. But I have to say,
Yeah.
none of the other like leading guys, so like Leonard or Get Owned, um,
Well,
are.
Get On has been promoted to Split A, I've been
Oh, he
told
is.
a couple hours ago.
Well,
I'm not sure about Leonard or anybody else.
yeah, exactly.
But,
Because I was also looking for like Joao Pedro or some names I really remember. Like, do we have zones here? No, no zones. No Tsvetkov. Is Tsvetkov not even also racing in A split? I'm not sure at the moment. But Lucho's there, exactly. Lucho isn't, and Top Tom Lucho, the Daniel Valle too. Those are the Daniel Valle is, I think, the highest in the standings from the current grid, from the current people on track, and we've got our first times.
Yep.
From Umberto. What's the full name? I don't know. Princip something.
Yeah, we'll go with Umberto Prince at this point. Let me try and have a look for you. Maybe I'll go to the directors thing. Maybe they'll show that. Nope, it doesn't show that.
No, but I've got another idea. Wait, no.
We'll call him Umberto Prince. Sorry, Umberto, but get a shorter name next time. If you want us to spell your name right. Anyway, you can always DM us for the next race if you want us to pronounce your name properly. We're just trying our best here. We're not literature experts. So yeah, Umberto.
You there?
0.9, Adam Ruiz with a 15.5, Dave with a 0.6, and 16.4 from Black Panther. Really needs to improve on that lap, but currently right now I see red on the track, meaning that his track time has been disallowed somewhere or other. So I'm going to go Eros and the pits. From Michael Busek to Top Tom, it's all in the pits. So we've got Toffee and Toasty out there right now, about to set a lap time. Toasty, Toffee, we're on board with right now in the McLaren. I've been told has been in this league before. I don't know much about him. That's all I can tell you right now, is that he's an OG or something like that. So very good to see OG drivers back. Yeah, so a 1.
And are you cutting out?
Lap in a long time. Not sure when he was last in this league, but anyway.
You're cutting out sometimes. Just stops transmitting your audio.
I don't know what to say about that.
Could be me, but I don't think so, because the stream at least is running smoothly, and
I'm not sure.
At least I think it's working out. But about Umberto, it's just Principe. But as you said, if some drivers, I think most of the drivers watch the stream afterwards, if you realize or you notice your name is pronounced completely wrong or just a bit wrong, you then just send us a message and tell us how to pronounce it, or tell us a nickname how to name you, because you know, some nicknames are just unpronounceable the way they're written.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to disconnect for a quick second to see if it'll fix the technical difficulties on my end.
All right, yeah. Just go ahead. And meanwhile, we get from Joe 6, I think, a new first purple sector here. He's out on the medium tires, so maybe about to set a really fast lap, even though we have the softs currently on the top spot with Umberto.
Meanwhile, I'm back. Is everything all right? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I think so. It's not cutting off until now.
Was it just cutting, like muting me as if?
Yeah, as if you were not speaking, and then like after 5 or 10 seconds you were like, hello.
Oh, my bad. I'll have to check my internet connection. That sounds like an internet issue.
And well, that's kind of weird, because Toe6 just made 2 purple sectors and then lost kind of everything in the last one.
Did he go off somewhere?
I don't think so. I couldn't remember.
Is his time disallowed in the end, or did he
No,
just give up on the
it
lap?
updated on the timing screen, but it could also just be a fail from the game that it showed the purple sectors on the map, but they weren't actually purple. But
Fair enough.
we can just I could just go to the race director, look up toe sticks, and then we see like 27.3, 27.2, which has Umberto. No, those times weren't even near to purple sectors, so I don't know what the game was trying to show me.
It just wanted to show off how purple it can be, the track.
How purple can be. Michael
How
Busek is setting himself in sixth.
Let's have a look. Yeah, currently on a lap right now. Let's see how well he does. Really needs to get a good result.
He just did one. He's set himself on position. I think this is his in lap, or he tries another one.
Well, on my end, it's saying that it's not one or the other. It's just he's on a lap, is what it tells me.
Yeah, well, you can't see if it's an in lap because the game doesn't want to show you, but.
I mean, if you want me to be honest, on my...
And you cut off again.
Non-continuously. It's doing that glitch, you see, with the engine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. I had that too last.
Yeah. So right now he's just ruining his engine from my perspective, but I know that's probably not the case.
No. And my end, it's working fine, and we've got someone off the Ferrari of Black Panther, I think. Yes.
Oh no, that is not what he needs right now. Currently on an outlap with a 1:16.4. Yellow flags are out there temporarily for his...
And we've got another one off. Dylan or something.
To my corner of my eye, there's a white dot far off the track, and it's the Williams of the BG Dylan. So not sure what happened there. Probably very slippery around that area, I'd imagine, since they both went off around the same time. Or could something have happened between them? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because they were both very close to each other. I'll have to ask Panther, actually, whether something actually happened. But yeah, Dylan not having a good time out there because he went wide yet again onto the grass a couple of corners ago. So hopefully he can get himself a time on the board. And honestly, so does Panther. Really needs a good weekend. And nope, as Dylan goes into the pits right now, as we see Black Panther going for yet another lap. Luckily, it was an out lap, the previous lap that he span off, so, you know, didn't really lose much in terms of that, but his tyres will probably not be in the best shape that they could possibly be, as we're actually getting round to that bit where he span off right now, and it seems all good so far. Didn't lose it so far, going into the chicane. Looking good so far. He probably just taking it steady, trying to get at least somewhat of a more competitive time now, as we're going with 6 minutes and 40-something seconds left to go. Most people are in the pit. Meanwhile, Umberto Principe is... I'm literally changing accents now for Principe now. In first place with 1:13.2. Daniel Valle with 1:13.3. I think that's been a recent time. Didn't see that one, my bad. All things happening around the circuit here. So we're going on to the finish line. Can Black Panther improve his time? No, he cannot. And to be quite frank, Maku, I'm not really surprised considering the state of the tyres might be and considering the spin from before.
Yeah, I think he had. In real life, he would have had a flat spot or something like that, probably, for sliding out there.
Yeah.
But
I imagine the temperatures wouldn't be ideal either.
Yeah, exactly. And well, we know the game. I don't know if he went over grass. I think it was more of a concrete section, but the grass really counts into the way the car goes around your corner, even the game. That's a really cool feature, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think he had grass on his tires. But even though it was just not the optimum lap, and well, yeah, I don't know if he wants to stay in the 11th place with mediums, because that wouldn't really
Well, he's not taking his time around this lap. I'll tell you that. Because he's going into the final corner on a 1.8, so he's trying again for the second consecutive lap. Not the strategy I think he would go for, but let's see. Goes up to 10th place with a 1:15.7. Persistency sometimes will get you up the grid, and in this case, a full position.
Yeah, but the thing is also that the medium tires sometimes just need a second lap to warm up. Or for example, also the hard tires. I mean, well, hard tires aren't good for hot lapping, but besides that, you need to warm those tires up properly, and you can go 3 laps in before your hot lap to get the maximum out of grip out of the tire. But that's just not the case with softs because they degrade so fast that you will already lose grip in the second hot lap, or in the well, you got an out lap, and if you do another lap on those soft tires, you had too much degradation going on already to really do another hot lap.
Indeed, as I would go elsewhere, but I did notice that Black Panther isn't necessarily on a slow lap again, and seems to be trying another lap. But yeah, he is going for a third consecutive lap. So let's see once again. Third time lucky is the charm? I don't think so. It is a 1:19. So, Mr. Pamper, it is time to get into the pit, sir.
Well, he's just doing some practice. No, I don't think so.
He probably realizes that that's where the Ferrari's pace is at, and just going for long stints. So yeah, looking at the list so far, as we see Dimitri Minik go into the pits right now, nothing has really changed. Very surprised, except for the fact that Adam Ruiz and Dave are just slipping down the list. But apart from that, everybody's just kept their normal positions, not really anything changing. Hence why I've just kept on looking at Black Panther, because literally no one else is setting any decent high-end times. Everybody just in the 1:15s right now, from 6th place down to 12th. So the midfield battle is very tight there. So clearly you have first, second, and third in their own individual league of the 1:13s. Then you have 2 drivers in 1:14s of Lucho and Minik, and then everybody else is just separated by less than a second, from Toasty in 6th down to Tofi in 12th. So that'll be something to look forward to if they can keep up that pace. But in terms for the win, Daniel Valley and Principe look to have this in the bag, as they have a good 5-6 tenths of a gap to Polyakov in the 1 lap pace. So interesting thing to keep an eye on, as we've got 2 minutes left to go. So many drivers don't really have much time to get in that final lap. So we'll see what people are going to come out with. Umberto Principe still in the pits. Not sure whether he went for another time or not. Didn't keep an eye on that.
Alright, we're already down to under 2 minutes. I didn't even notice that. Oh, we got
yeah.
a spin from Michael Busek.
Oh, Michael. Oh, no. Michael, my friend, it's the other way around. There you go. There we go. Facing the right way. To become a great esports F1 driver, you've got to at least face in the right direction. And he's already on his way there.
Yeah, but you also got to face your opponents. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, and he's literally facing them. Just not in that sense that we want you to. And also, a Mercedes is off. Now, we know that the Mercedes is very good at cutting the grass, as we saw in Austria, but please do not take this literally at cutting grass, Mr. Adam Ruiz. As that is not a good way. Why is it? For a second, it looked like his map was green, and I don't know why. Now it's gone red. Okay, and Black Panther has retired from this session. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still in the pit, so yeah, just said no time possible anymore.
Does this? I don't remember well, but like, does this game? As I see Adam Ruiz doing God knows what. I'm Sorry, I'm trying to process what the heck Adam Ruiz is trying to do. He just slowed down right on the start finish line. I thought he was trying to let people pass by so he can start a lap, right? But then I was like thinking, well, there's 30 seconds left, and you slowed down to 0 miles an hour. Well, he's parked his car. Good stuff, Adam. Good stuff. So right now, it looks very likely that Umberto Princip is going to take pole position at this rate. It seems like no one's able to do any competition to him. But let's have a look now. On board with Daniel Valley, going into the final corner now. His thing's red though, so I'm not sure it'll be counted or not as we have a look. No, it was not counted. So let's go down to Dave. Dave is going 10 miles an hour. Good stuff going on there. Top Tom is 5th yet again. Top Tom doesn't seem to be the best qualifier. He seems to really turn up only in the second half of the race is when stuff really comes together for him. So just because he's in 5th doesn't mean anything, is what I've learned in the last 2 races, because he's qualified around that position in the last couple of races and ends up winning and turning a big, massive performance. So yeah, Top Tom is Fish, is 5th, not Fish. Top Tom is finishing in Fish. So Umberto Princip is first with a 113.1. Actually did improve. We didn't see that. Right. My bad. But yeah, it's looking very close between him and Valley. Polyakov, he's got some work to do to get on the pace of these two drivers. It looks like a 2-horse race, honestly. Who knows? Yep. The start of the race is what will dictate whether they'll be in that position to begin with. As with 10 seconds to go before the session ends, we look at Umberto Princip first, Danny Valley second, Polyakov third, Dave fourth, Top Tom Fish, Lucho 6th, 7th, Minik 8th, Dylan 9th, something or other, and I didn't see because it ran out of time.
Yeah, but I think that's like a normal Hungarian esports race, because Hungary is a track that a lot of people don't really like, because it's not that overtake friendly, and
really?
Well, it's kind of a weird design and not a that good layout also for hot lapping, and there are a lot of people who don't really like the track as it is, and therefore I think a lot don't have like the practice on this track, and that's why the times are so different, because we've seen it on other tracks that those guys can be like 1 to 10 in 1 second, and today we have 1 to 10 is like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I remember for a fact that when I used to do league racing myself, I was a back marker, right? But because Hungary is such a circuit that people don't really practice on or even want to practice on, you know, I started the race in 20th, like 5 seconds behind the leaders each lap. And because everybody wasn't experienced in a wet and dry race, may I add, just to add on to the little practice that people did, people kept crashing off, and eventually I finished like 9th or something like that. So this track gives people with the least amount of skill an opportunity to get up the field, considering that everybody's not on the same level playing field, but it's a lot closer than it would be in terms of experience, not in terms of times, but experience. As we're on the formation lap now, as we see Umberto warming up his tyres quite a bit, a lot of them shaking it down a little bit. Hopefully, those like Black Panther can get a better Sunday than they did a Saturday, honestly. But yeah, it's looking pretty much a race between Umberto and Daniel if the first lap if the first few laps after DRS gets enabled.
Yeah, exactly. If they just get away, then it'll work for both of them out. I mean, a little bit more fun would be rain, but
yeah,
I don't think it will rain.
Yeah, it's not looking like it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm just looking now. So my prediction is that if everything goes to plan, no one does any shock overtakes or anything like that, I expect Umberto Princip and Daniel Valley to be in a race of their own. Who knows? Let's see what Polyakov can do. Although, having said that, the Renault driver has dropped back quite a bit, if you look. Not so what's happened to him.
Don't know, but you know, that's the game sometimes, or he was just really slow. I don't know exactly, but you know, he will be slotted back into third position, and then we see. But maybe we can see Top Tom gaining some places. Maybe we can also see some good strategy calls, because that's like the most effective thing, I think, on this track.
Yeah. So as everybody has lined up, I believe now, so we wait as there's a yellow flag, and the lights are about to go out any moment, and lights out, and away we go. And I can't see anything because the camera is stuck. And Umberto is in the lead, even though
Daniel.
it says that he's down in 7th place on the thing.
And it's a lot of carnage with telemetry and everything. And the Renault is sideways. The Renault of Polyakov.
My God! Lots of stuff going on at the back as the Renault and several other drivers have collided there. Michael Busek just recovering now, and I don't know which Alfa Romeo it is because I don't know if you have it on your end.
I don't even know. I don't even know which people are driving because I don't.
Yeah, so it's currently. Let's try.
I think now it's sorted.
Yeah,
it's Polyakov, Top Tom, Busek, and Lucho who had the crash at the beginning.
Yeah. So all right. So into the end of the first lap almost, Umberto Principe held on to his lead, although I believe, I'm not too sure myself, but I think Daniel Valle got in front of him slightly at the beginning, and then he got it back.
I thought the Alfa Romeo was passed.
Yeah, meanwhile, it was a very, very poor start from Polyakov. Like, he went, I'm not sure what happened, he got off the line okay-ish, but then something terribly happened in the first corner with him and several other drivers, and meanwhile setting the purple sector because you know he's first across the line, goes into, well, he's in the lead, but the leaderboard is a little drunk today, saying he's in second. Meanwhile, Danny Valle is close behind him, followed by Dave in third, and a good Toasty was very far down, was he not, in qualifying?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, so this is a great first lap from Toasty here. Up to 4th. I mean,
he gained 6 places, he was 10th.
Yeah,
I just forgot I had this thing on from the position change on.
Yeah, meanwhile, Black Panther, a decent start, back well into the points now. This is exactly what he needed after the last couple of races. Anna Ruiz up to 7. Polyakov making his way back up there, was in third, has the pace to be on the podium today, but can he make it back? Probably can, considering the gap between all the drivers today with their times.
And the other thing is he has front wing damage. His right end plate is missing from the crash at the beginning.
Well, it seems to me that it's not really making much of a difference so far, as he's keeping up with the other two drivers. Meanwhile, Anna Ruiz is pushing the Black Panther along on the last corner there, literally touching each other up the hill. Not that way. And meanwhile, he's going to pass him. Anna Ruiz into 6th place. But meanwhile, can Black Panther come back with the cut? Going down the third corner together. And Anna Ruiz keeps the position. But he's going to come back, trying to come back anyway. Black Panther, but no. He has to reside into 7th. Will he? Will he actually be able to pass here? No. Unfortunately not. So, and he's lost it! Not only did he not pass, he lost it! Oh my God, what is happening to Black Panther? More bad luck for him. He kept behind Adam Ruiz, and he didn't touch anybody, Maku. I think he just lost it.
Yeah, I think that was like kind of the same thing he did in qualifying, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was following very close behind Aaron Ruiz up that little hill, going before the corner that happened in qualifying, his little spin, and he just veered off into the barrier. Although I don't see any damage, luckily. Although I'm sure he'll have at least something or other that we can't see. Locking up a lot, for example, there on his hard tyres. And unfortunately, a great start, but unfortunately his work has just been undone and he's back to where he was before and then some, as he's back down in 11th place. So unfortunate for him, he's got a lot to do this afternoon if he wants a result now. But let's get back to the beginning, and as you can see, as we predicted, the top two drivers are getting away from the rest of the field, but Daniel Valle is struggling to keep behind Umberto Princip, and it looks like he's keeping a nice little cushion distance there, getting out of the DRS zone there. It's 0.95, and then it goes back to 1. So it's touch and go on whether Daniel Valle can actually get DRS here. That's his main priority right now. Not necessarily to overtake just yet, but at least keep close enough. And there's a yellow flag out there somewhere for somebody. Not sure who, though, as I'm going down the field to have a look. No, it probably, well, considering Michael Busek going very slowly around the first corner, with half a front wing missing, may I add, I'll just assume, that it might be him that caused it. And back into first place. He did get DRS in the end, and now he's down to 5/10. So game on. Hopefully, if he can keep in that DRS zone, he'll be able to try and somehow break, get Umberto Princip under pressure somehow. He's got another 30-something laps to do it. Can he actually do it, Mako?
I am not sure if he will be able to, but of course it will build up a lot more tension to see some battle until the end. I mean, last lap overtakes would be cool either way round, but I'm actually at the moment watching the battle between Polyakov and Dimitri.
Oh,
because there was already a lot of action going on because they were already side by side, and Polyakov, Dimitri is really close.
Yeah, I don't mean for this to sound boring or anything, but Daniel and Umberto have already pulled a 4-second lead over the rest of the field, so it's exactly how we predicted it at the start of this race. It is just, they are literally in a league of their own right now.
Yeah,
it's split B.1 or something like that. Split A/B at this point. Meanwhile, Umberto with the engine glitch again, so I'm not going to look at his onboard ever again now for the rest of this race. So who is the battle that you're looking for? Oh, I see the battle you're looking for. The Red Bull of Dimitri Minik is into 6th place now. I see what you mean.
Exactly. Just past Polyakov, and the two guys behind them also battling, or even three of them.
Lucho has passed complacency here into 8th place, and it's a battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th here. Good stuff. But it seems to have come down a little bit, so we'll have a look on the next DRS straight if any of them can respond. Dimitri will look to go after Toasty, who's lost a position, by the way, down to 5th. Meanwhile, a yellow flag has happened. Who is it for? It is for Michael Busek. And look at...
Where is he?
Yeah, it's 14, but he's recovered now. He's recovered.
Oh, wait. Not really. Just had a spin in the chicane.
I was about to... As I said that, he just goes out of shot.
He has recovered.
And another spin.
Oh. That looks like overheated tires.
Yes, it's... Oh, and another spin. Very nice. Anyways.
Just say this again and again. I just put you on repeat, and another spin, and another spin.
It's like that. It's like that gift that they put on Twitter sometimes, and another one. And he's retired. I don't blame him. Honestly, I probably would stop driving after 5 consecutive spins. Yep, parking his car there at the side next to the marshals, and it is a very sad end to the AlphaTauri drivers' race. Meanwhile, another safety car out there somewhere, not sure for who. Umberto still in the lead. Did Daniel Valle pit?
Did he?
Did he? He's down at 9th.
Wait a second. Stop. Daniel Valle did pit, but you know,
he did pit.
Daniel Valle has a hard tire on, but the game isn't showing me how old it is. But you know, Hungary is a very tire-consuming race. the Hungary GP or the Hungarian track, is they very tire consuming.
Well, we can assume that it's 1 lap old now, the hard tire, because he was in second like a few seconds ago. So we'll have a look. Yep, Polyakov is also into the pits from 7th position, going around the corner, racing Daniel Valley, who's on the. He's on according to the game, the pit window is now open, and he's passed Umberto. Might have done the undercut here. It's side by side, and Umberto is just still side by side, trying to hang on to that. It's the battle for the late breakers here. Goes around the outside, and Daniel Valley might have just done it. Unbelievable stuff. A great strategy call from Daniel Valley into first position. Umberto Princip must be thinking to himself, what the hell has happened here? Because he had about a second or so of a gap, and he's just lost it. So the tires must be disintegrating quite a bit. Oh my God! They had a little bit of a wiggle and complacency. I think hit the back of him or something.
I'm not sure, but Daniel Valley is going for the next Red Bull, going for Dimitri.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you saw what happened there, but I think the Haas ran into the back of Umberto. Because there was a bit, he just started sliding all of a sudden on one of the straights, and the Haas went off a little bit. But luckily Umberto is still in position to keep on racing and keep on chasing after Daniel Valley, as the other Red Bull of Dimitri is in the pits now. Currently in P3 and P4, but for Daniel it would be a net P1 and a net P2 for Umberto. Meanwhile, Complacency struggling with those tyres now. Probably not sure, probably because of the slip before that he had. Ana Ruiz is your new race leader for about a lap now, but it won't be for long. He'll probably be pitting very soon on those medium set tyres. Where is Lucha as well? Also on the mediums. So people trying to go for that one-stop strategy, I'd assume.
Yeah, for me, it's soft to hard. That's what I know from Hungary is most common, because as I said, it's a very tire-consuming track, and going long runs on softs and or mediums are not really a good idea because you need to stop really often.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I am now on board with Umberto Princip. He has not let that undercut get the better of him now, as he is now half a second behind Daniel Valley onto the straight. Now has DRS. Can he do anything about it? Not sure he can, unfortunately.
Black Panther spawn again.
Oh my God, Black Panther! What's happened?
He's out in front of the 180-degree turn. No,
did
someone?
Again.
I don't know. I just saw this on the minimap. See him off the yellow flag.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Behind him we have Top Tom, who had also the start crash, and well, that doesn't really look like another win for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. I'm not sure what happened there, because I believe Polyakov was third, Top Tom was fifth, and I don't know what the other driver was. So yeah, that's unfortunate events for Top Tom. But to be honest, Maku, when you're not at the front, it is a risk at that point when you're currently racing in the midfield there with other drivers trying to prove themselves. You know, everybody gets too close, and then it just unravels itself from one time to another. So currently, Ana Ruiz is still race leader. And yeah, if it's okay, can you take over the commentary for a minute? I've got something quick that I need to do.
Yeah, for sure. I can do that. So we're going now for lap 11 already. And we've still Ana Ruiz out there. And as we said, we are expecting some pits. And the net leader, Umberto, not Umberto, Daniel Valley, is currently third. I'm waiting for the other guys to pit. And Umberto who was overtaken by an undercut, is now still at the back, and of course he still wants to get the place back. But an on-track overtake in Hungary is pretty dangerous and difficult. That was the word I'm searching for. And so therefore we won't see much action here at the front in the near future, but Dylan went off, I think. But we have here a little battle, three-way battle going round with Dimitri, Toastix and Polyakov. We focused this guys a few laps before already, but they're now really, I think they're still close, or close again, and battling for places. All of them are on hard tires now. We have just a few guys left onto the medium and soft tires. I think pulling out the soft tires until now is, well, a pretty strong move, I have to say, because they're, yeah, they don't really have much grip. And we have Dylan invalidating the, not invalidating, retiring from the race. I think it was in the pits. And so further on we've still got this battle going, and oh, and there we go, we have the first overtake, Renault against Red Bull into the chicane, and the Red Bull of Dimitri had to really cut the corner, but it didn't really help him maintaining their place, because he really needed to jump over those curbs, which take a lot of speed out of your car.
I'm back.
Hello.
What's
there.
happened? Why is Dylan out?
Because he, I don't know, he just fell back from this four-way battle, and that was the end result. But I think he retired in the pit himself. We've just got an overtake from Polyakov through the chicane, where Dimitri needed to jump a little bit over the curves.
Yep, meanwhile, Toasty going very defensive, but it doesn't matter because Polyakov has DRS and goes right around the outside as if he wasn't even there. So moving on to the battle for first and second, I see that nothing has changed. It's still the same gap. And yeah, like you said, it doesn't really bode well for the person in second, and you gotta say, that race was won and lost in that pits if nothing changes. As Adam Ruiz going very long, wouldn't you say, for this soft tires, medium tires?
Well, I think for the mediums it's still okay, but he should pit in the next few laps. Who is going really long is Toffee, because he is still on the softs really, and well, 12 laps. Most of the guys already pitted 5. Daniel Valep even pitted 6 laps before.
I'm trying to see what his tires look like. Not sure if I can check or not. Probably can't check his percent. I would love to have a feature where I could check his percentage of his tires. But yeah, good to see that Black Panther is still continuing on despite the setbacks that he's had in qualifying and the race. And yeah, other than that, nothing has really changed at the front. Still waiting to see both Lucho and Ruiz picked. You have to take over, as I'll be right back.
And Dimitri now just takes a look into the chicane for an overtake, but it's not really time yet. But he is faster, or at least he seems faster. He just needed to build up a little bit more of a gap to maintain the speed through the next combination behind Toastix. And for sure he's now looking for an opportunity to manage the overtake, and we soon have the only two DRS straight. Well, the second one isn't really straight, it has a little bend, but we are now heading through the second 180-degree turn. in the last sector, and Dimitri is now looking at the back of Toasticks, maybe trying to get him with DRS, but it doesn't really look like he gets close, because he is actually, I think Toasticks gets a way better exit out of those two corners in front of the straights than Dimitri, and that's maybe his problem, why he can't get that close. And there we already see, I think someone from the leading group, it's Daniel Valle, who, oh no, it's the Williams of Top Tom. It's not Daniel. Well, the Williams and the Alpha still look a little bit too much alike. But we have the Williams of Top Tom already at the back of Dimitri, and of course he's now even faster than Dimitri and looks for a way past, so Dimitri has to concentrate on keeping him behind instead of trying to overtake Toasticks. But Top Tom will give it everything around the two 180-degree turns, first to the left, then to the right. So you're facing the same direction again, and now I want to see a good perspective to the front, but it still seems like Dimitri, and it simply seems like Top Tom isn't gaining either onto his driver, his opponent in front, as it looks out Dimitri, who, well, I think he closed in a little bit into Toasticks, but not like enough. Maybe something more interesting to watch is at the moment Lucho, who's looking for a overtake onto Complacency through those combinations. Not really, here is an overtake there is not a really a good idea, but well, we know the main overtaking spot, the first corner, and oh, well, that's this problem. Complacency went for the pits, and I think that's because he's way too slow. And by the way, we're back to a normal, to our normal standings. Daniel Vella isn't only net leader, he is also on-track leader of the race, and therefore can now focus on the, I think, normal timing standings. I think that, oh, what in the world? You watch one time your timings, and I think, yeah, exactly, that was what I was watching for. Dimitri just had a massive spin down into turn 1. I don't know if there was contact because the camera angles were just showing weird things, but Dimitri is now out of the fight. Toasticks and Top Tom were in. Complacency dropped back to 9th because he pitted. Top Tom is at the back of Toasticks already. As soon as Dimitri was out of the way, he went for Toasticks back.
And meanwhile,
you're back again.
Yeah, I'm not sure for how long. Got a little bit of a personal emergency going on, but it's all good. Yeah, Umberto is getting really close to Daniel Valle.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit closer. He did set a personal best, and the outright pace of the 117.2, and his was 8 tenths quicker on one of the previous laps. Adam Rees, I see, has either pitted or he's just eventually just lost that place on track for not pitting eventually.
Top Tom's went around the outside through turn 1. Has now the inside on turn 2, or it's actually turn 3, against Toasticks, and kept it in front. So a beautiful, a little bit longer overtake there. The bend on the second DRS straight is a turn, right? It actually is a turn, or it is counted as a turn, if I am informed correctly.
Yep. I'm just checking some stings. Yep. So currently, right now, ooh, I don't know what happened there. I was just looking at Umberto, drove straight into Daniel Valley, but it just turned into a ghost. And
Yeah, ghost
don't know,
is on.
bit of lag, I'd assume, happened there. And what were you going to say? Is there a battle to keep an eye on right now?
We have the battle with Dimitri just spawned into the first turn. I think there was Top Tom wanted to, or is fighting up the places, and I was not sure because there were weird camera angles going on, and I tried to fix it, but well, that's the game. And Dimitri was somehow spawned into the first corner. I knew Top Tom was behind him and Toe6 was in front. And the next thing I saw was the Williams of Top Tom and the racing point of Toe6 shooting out of turn 1 and Dimitri spun out. So not sure what happened there, but Top Tom and Toe6 are passed.
Yep, and I see a yellow flag. I think it was for Toasty, but because he was a little slow around the corner there, but nothing happening right there right now. So Toasty in 8th place might have had a little bit of an off, not too sure, but it was definitely for him, the yellow flag, not sure for what though. So yeah, we still got the battle for first and second, very close right now as it's always been, but the problem is Umberto Princip has just no way of getting past him. Like at all. He's just not had that opportunity. He needs to be right behind him, just like they are now. The gap right now, that's perfect for DRS zone. It's just for some reason Umberto has not been able to get that perfect drive off the final corner where it counts and where he needs it. So we're on board now with Umberto right now, who is trying to stay on the back of him. Maybe he can make this count this time, as he's staying close this time round. Or maybe Daniel Valley tries to go slowish around the mid of the corner to try and hold back Umberto. Although this time he might have something going on here.
Oh, and Toasty spins out.
Oh, out. Oh, and
front of
crashed
the
as well.
chicane.
Take some bollards with him.
There was no contact, I think, but he just spun out. He just loses the control. I think. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it exactly, but you know what? It's really dangerous in this turn, touching the inside curb, and that looked exactly like that. Because if you touch the inside curb into that turn, your car's just getting completely out of control. You can do nothing about it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Umberto did not manage to pass Daniel Valley, even though he was right behind him. So, not sure what is missing for Umberto Princip. What is holding him back? Because I've seen overtakes done with this gap. That's not really the issue in this race. Could it be the fact that they're on harder tyres than usual? Because the overtakes that I've seen in the past have been on the medium or soft. So, I'm not sure whether the tyres are affecting what he needs for that final little edge push that he needs, as he loses a lot of drive off that final corner, loses the gap that he gains over the lap.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I've been seeing all the time, and I don't know if it's maybe I don't know if the game simulates that it's like the dirty air from Daniel that causes him to have to go slower around the last turn or something.
I don't know, because like as you can see with this corner, for example, right now, he's able to keep right behind Daniel in that perspective, but on the final corner, he's just not been able to repeat that sequence. As yeah, he's still behind him. Nothing's really changed. There's about 14 laps left to go in this race, I believe. And he's really on the back of him now. Like you looking at this behavior, it makes you think that he's about to overtake him any second. It's just not really worked out. Meanwhile, Top Tom, with a fantastic effort of a 1:15.2, 2 seconds faster than anybody's done so far. So not sure whether he put a set of softs on or something.
Yes, he did.
To go, yeah, probably going for that fastest lap. And yeah, here we go yet again. He's a lot closer this time than Umberto. Can he make it stick this time? Well, goes violently to the inside, but is that enough? As he comes sweeping around the outside, but might have just pushed him off a little bit to the side, and they're side by side still. And can Umberto make this come back again? They touch, Marco. They touch for a split second there, and they touch again a little bit there. These two are not letting each other have an inch here, as Daniel Varley survives yet again another overtake attempt. They've both got similar ERS, so this is heating up with just about 13 laps to go.
Yeah, but that overtake into the second turn, that was a little bit much. I think it was a little bit harsh from Umberto, because it was literally just his front wing touching Daniel's front tire touching Daniel's rear tire.
And Topton has retired.
Oh, he did? Why?
He did. He's gone into the pits and he's just parked the car in the pits.
Oh.
And it looks to be... And looking at Toffee, it might be the end for him as well, and looking at his car, but that might be just a glitch as well. But we'll still see, because it's like ghosted, his car, for me. That's what gave me the idea. Or maybe he's just going for another pit stop, who knows. Anyway, Toasty also is a ghost car right now, so I'm not sure what's happened to him. Meanwhile, the other... not sure what's happened here. I'm trying to look around. And because I'm seeing the Williams Park on the second corner, and I will be right back.
All right. The Williams of Top Tom is, I think, I believe, onto the second corner out there, or was. He now despawned. I am not sure what happened there. We're still keeping an eye on the battle of Valet and Principe. As we're seeing a bit behind them with a Mercedes Racing Point battle, but I don't think it's a battle, because that's the Mercedes of Adam Ruiz and the Racing Point of Toastix, and Toastix is already lapped by the first 3 drivers, close to getting 2, but we're here heading for another lap, and this time Umberto doesn't have even DRS onto Daniel Valle, so therefore he's a little bit behind. Maybe it's front wing damage, but I don't think... No, at least it doesn't look like it. There's no visual damage on the front wing. Just car, maybe just some slight damage, but that shouldn't cost that much time, as we see on the standings. And as Black Panther gets another 3-second time penalty. And we're just currently waiting for some action to actually happen, because we have nothing really to talk about now at the moment, because there is nothing going on. There's just a little of strategy, but because I'm not sure if you can pull the hards to the end if you changed already in lap 6 or 7. But at least that's what the strategy of those guys looks like. To go another 10 laps, or no, it's 10, onto this tire. And also the few medium runners at the back, they will for sure stay on the tires too, because the mediums will definitely last until the end. And I think people like Adam Ruiz, Locho and Complacency will also go until the end on the tires, because those will be alright too, because their tires are sometimes just 10 laps younger than the ones of the leading guys. But we are getting a nice helicopter perspective of Umberto going through the chicane and through this slow left and right section, and then we got the faster left and the right sweep. Well, you need to brake a little bit here, but not as much as before. And then we'll go into the right-hander, which is starting the last sector, and then the 180-degree left turn, which is a bit of a tricky corner at this circuit, with a little bit of banking angle. And then we go through the last turn. It's a wider turn than the one before, but it's also a 180-degree turn, and that's rounding up the last sector of the Hungaroring. We have the first turn, a nearly 180-degree turn with a little bend on the following straight. Very sharp braking point, especially because of the DRS zone in front. Then we have the second turn, which is also a very long left turn, and the right bend afterwards. Going this left bend up, just a little bit of braking if you need it at all through this turn, and then go back on the pedal. Don't lose your car there. And afterwards we have a sweeping right-hander and the chicane, of course, and then we're going again into those left and right combinations I already told you about, while Umberto is actually a little bit further ahead already, as we're talking about the circuit a little bit, because we don't have much other news, and it looks like Daniel Valle is our race winner for today, because he is building up a really big lead and he doesn't even actually need to do so, because Umberto is looking to be able to hold up to him. So maybe we're just going to see Daniel taking this, and Umberto.
And I'm back.
Hey, there we are. There you are. So
Yeah, sorry about that.
We got a
And
little,
yeah,
we got a little bit of talking time, because like actually nothing happened, I think.
okay, fair enough. I kind of thought that as soon as I saw the battle wasn't going anywhere.
Well, but I can tell you something. Something happened. Daniel Valle pulled out a 3.6 second gap to Umberto.
What? Why?
Yes. I don't know. It just
What
happened.
happened?
Nothing. I didn't think they didn't touch. There's no front wing damage to Umberto's front wing or whatever. Just Daniel Valle is going faster than Umberto all the time. Don't know why he's dropping back. Started with dropping out of the DRS window and then just kept going.
Has Valle been trolling Umberto all this time?
I don't know. That would be
interesting, because this is not the pace we saw in the first half of the race at all. And they're both on the same tire, and they're both one lap. Umberto's is one lap newer than Valle, so I'm not sure. Has just all that time sitting behind Valle just made it too much to bear with the tires, perhaps?
I don't know. It could possibly be because yeah, maybe you need to brake earlier, go some different lines than Daniel, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I was surprised too why he's suddenly falling back, and seems like Daniel is taking the safe win. Now it's already 4 seconds, and Lucho is gaining a bit on Roos, isn't he? I think he is. And in like a lap, he took me in the DRS window.
Just changing my Spectre menu slightly for a second. The gap. Yeah, there you go. Had the wrong gap thing on. Yeah, Lucho is getting closer to Ruiz, but with 6 laps to go now, counting from the Mercedes driver, if he can do anything about it, we will have to see. As now around the 1 second gap, not within DRS range for this time round, but looking at the gaps elsewhere, that seems to be the only battle that we've got right now. Black Panther getting a little bit close to Dimitri Minik, been a bit of a disappointing afternoon for the Ferrari driver, but overall he started 10th, he's finishing 9th or 8th, so I guess you can't really complain too much considering he had a spin and everything. But yeah, like I guess that's may as well just finish the race 5 laps early, honestly, at this point. As nothing is going to happen now unless someone makes a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about the Hungarian GP. It's a little bit boring to watch if it looks like this in the end, because of course getting close and overtaking is very hard on the circuit.
Yeah, going down now to have a look. Can Lucho get within the RS zone? Yes, he cannot.
He's in the S window, but he's not close enough yet. But
Yeah.
if he keeps
And
closing
it open
in,
now.
if he keeps closing in, he could be able to do the overtake within the race distance. At least
Well,
if
he's right behind him now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Well, I think it's still one more lap. If he gains enough on the rest of the lap, he could be able to do it onto the start and finish straight or second DRS straight. But
and now Black Panther is 8 tenths behind Dimitri on the final corner. And we'll see if he can get close to him now, because he made a little bit of a mistake, Dimitri, there with a lockup there. But he's right behind the Red Bull driver right now, and it seems close enough to do something. Dimitri already knows that something is coming, because he goes super defensive, and he's just going to go side by side. He's on the softer tyre as well, Black Panther. So can he make this stick? I think we can safely say, yes, he can, because he's got the DRS open as well for that little straight as well. And into 8th place he goes, the Ferrari driver. And it's starting to look a little bit more peachy for the Belgian driver. He's looking elsewhere now. Lucho is now 3 tenths behind Adam Ruiz. Couldn't really quite get anything done there, but considering they're both on the same tyre, it's getting a little bit more difficult. See, that's what I was saying earlier about both drivers being on the same tyre. And meanwhile, we have the Racing Point driver going off somewhere, and is like, I caught him like stopped in the middle of turn 1 and is going again down in 10th place. So it really didn't make any difference. He's only really racing against Tofi here, who's already 25 seconds behind him, or 17 seconds now actually, with the spin or something like that into consideration now. And Umberto, 6.3 seconds down now on Daniel Valle. Daniel is just giving him no mercy right now. It just, looking back at this race, people will think that this was a dominant performance by Daniel, but it's just been more like what happened to Umberto rather than what was done.
Yeah, exactly.
Because looking at Daniel's times, they're not like setting the world on fire. They're just okay compared to the rest. Like Umberto has the faster time of the two. Looking at the timesheet, so are you sure he didn't just spin somewhere and you didn't see?
No, I'm sure about that. I was like all the time on Umberto, but as we speak, maybe we should talk about that too. Lucho did the overtake onto Eden Roos and is now on the podium.
Nice, good effort. And unfortunately, it's a little bit too little, too late. But let's see if he closes down a little bit on Umberto. Because if he starts catching up Umberto, then we'll see who's really at fault here. Whether Daniel Valle just pulled out a mega stint, or whether Umberto is the one that's just caught flacking here. And actually, yeah, I'm looking at Lucho. He's just pulled 5 tenths as I just said that sentence, Maku. So clearly something is wrong. Not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. But Lucho is also in very much newer hearts than Umberto and Daniel. But well, that's the thing here.
That's just a shame for him. It's a little bit too little too late. He's pulled a second out, so another half a dozen laps and he would have got him, honestly. But
Yeah.
alas, we are here on lap 34 with about 2 laps left to go. And yeah, we shall see if anything happens. Maybe he can do something. But Adam Ruiz is sticking behind Lucho. I haven't been paying attention to that. And elsewhere, I don't really see anything happening apart from Dimitri and complacency behind Black Panther. Black Panther, may I add, I just saw Adam Ruiz have a little bit of a moment there about to spin, but saves it in the end. Complacency and Dimitri are within 1 second of each other from Black Panther, and considering Black Panther has a penalty, we might see a change of positions here towards the bottom half of the top 10. So that will be interesting to see the least. Adam Ruiz within DRS range right now, but it's still just not close enough to answer back at Lucho, and it's looking very likely for that win for Daniel Valle over Umberto unless something miraculous happens now. And Lucho might have just undone here for the podium position, which is a great effort by the Alfa Romeo driver going into the final corners. Although Adam Ruiz is still behind him, still trying to lay on the pressure on him, but I don't think he's going to get anything out of this, unfortunately, for Adam Ruiz. A podium lost, honestly, in my view, all things considered. But yeah, I'm going to go on board of Daniel Valle. A very tight race in the first half of this Hungarian Grand Prix. But in the second half, he just turned it all the way to 100, the engines and stuff or whatnot. And he goes across the line and wins in Hungary. A dominant performance by him. Not sure how he managed to pull it out of the bag, but he just managed to taking the sandbags off the car and just went off like a rocket ship. And Umberto has lost second from Lucho.
Oh, with a penalty, right?
Yeah.
With a second. That's
yeah. So a fantastic effort by Lucho to get within the time range to get the position. What a fantastic race. I'm going to be honest, Lucho, although we didn't see much of him, he's certainly done bits out there in the race today. Should be up there for driver of the day because of quite a few positions he gained during the race. A fantastic effort. He'll be really happy with himself. Umberto, however, this was his race to lose, honestly.
yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know why, but that was just not his day. I think the last few laps were just losing time.
From the get-go, from the start to the first pit stop, it looked like as if he was going to run away with this race. And Adam Ruiz gets driver of the day. I'm not... I don't know about that. But yeah, missed out on a podium, but gets driver of the day. Very nice. So yeah, a great win from Daniel Valle, but a great win for the team as well. It's a 1-2 finish for Alfa Romeo. You won't hear that very often. And it's a great teamwork here today from both drivers. Lucho will be really, really happy with himself. And yeah, we saw Umberto off camera there already going off. Not really happy with himself. Yeah, so from the pit stop to the finish, it's just gone wrong for him. I don't know what's happened. The pace was just not there in the end. He had the faster time of the three drivers, but I don't know. I'll have to have a look. We'll have to have a look more in depth in that. Top Tom gets the fastest lap of the race, but retired very soon after. So I'm not sure what happened there. So this is your top 10 for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Daniel Valle wins the race. Lucho, a fantastic second. Umberto, disappointing after taking the lead from pole position. And unfortunately for him, he couldn't convert it today. Adam Ruiz gets driver of the day in 4th. Dave in 5th. Polyakov 6th. Complacency 7th. Black Panther made a couple positions in the end. with 8th place, Dimitri Minik in 9th, and Toasty rounds off the top 10.
All right
Had
then.
its moments, but
We had some moments, yeah. The first 2/3, I think I would say, were really exciting, and then in the end, yeah, it got a bit boring. But well, a bit of a surprising podium with Lucho and Daniel Valle, and a bit of an unfortunate day for Umberto, but that's how racing is.
Yeah, and we've also got one of the drivers, Black Panther. What's up, my man?
What a race! Holy damn.
So, what happened, dude? What happened out there?
Well, the first lap was just chaotic with after the third one. I have no clue what happened because I saw suddenly every car going left. I was like, okay, thank you. And then I lost the car like a few laps later at over a curb, and I bumped into the wall, but I got no damage or anything like that. And I was like, this was super weird. And then when Michael Busek retired, my game just froze, and I got. Yeah, my game just crashed after that, and then I had a minus 374 degrees glitch, so I spun out again, and then I paid it and yeah, tried to recover as best as I could.
Yeah, I hope you get better luck in the next few races, because you know, another couple points in the bag. But could you expect much more today?
I mean, I for sure could have top 5 because everyone was struggling. It seems that for sure after that massive lap 1 incident. I mean, I'm sure I had the pace to keep fighting for sure with, for example, with Adan Ruiz. But yeah, just need to get my consistency in because yeah, I made a few mistakes on my own as well. So.
Oh. Yeah, I feel for you, dude. But best of luck in the next race. As I'm just waiting to see if Umberto will get in for an interview. I think I got the wrong Daniel tagged, so I'll get rid of that one.
Don't know if Daniel Valle is there.
Yeah, I got the wrong Daniel, but it doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're all drivers at the end of the day. So
yeah, you gotta take a table plan if you wanna have Daniel Valle.
Daniel Valle. See,
Table
Daniel Valle is,
Right
you
there.
know.
I tagged him for you.
Ah,
Daniel Valle. I can't find him.
no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
table
table
plan.
plan.
But
Table plan is his name on here.
we just, I think we're just waiting for a few more minutes, and I see Umberto typing, so don't know if he wants to join us.
Yeah, I'm just typing to him right now.
Guys are a bit confused, I think, of doing interviews in Split.
Oh, well, we're trying.
I'm really curious what happened at lap 1. To be honest, did you guys saw what happened?
Kind of. I saw a crash between Top Tom and then there were 3 other guys. I didn't notice.
Can he not?
I don't think he
join?
can.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Fair enough.
let's go to voice 2. I think he can join there because in voice 1 split A drivers are there.
Wait,
Can I drag him
Got
up? Yeah, I can.
there he is.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Black Panther, can you give him the permission to?
Wait, it will do it different.
I don't know if you have the permission to do that, but
There we go.
or that way around.
Hello. What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
What a fantastic win today. How did you pull that massive lead towards the end?
I was saving tires, and then when Umberto attacked me, I decided to push, and yeah, that was somewhat my pace. I could push a little bit more because I was running quite low on wings, so I wasn't quite comfortable. But yeah, it was nice pace at the end.
Yeah, fantastic. It looked a bit tight at the first half, and as soon as you got the undercut from Umberto after the pit stop, it was just plain sailing from there, it seemed. So yeah, congratulations on the win today.
Thanks.
Marco, do you have anything to ask him?
No, nothing really to add at this point.
Yeah. Well,
I think
thank you for... Yeah, go on.
we can just mention the next track because I think Belgium is worth mentioning. Spa going for it, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one because you know, the battles onto the Camel Straight, that will be a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Fantastic races that go on in Spa. But yeah, thank you all for joining today's race. We'll be next week here to do Spa. And yeah, anything else you got to say, Michael, before we finish?
No, just thank you for watching.
Yep.
We're continuing next week, next Sunday, same time as always.
Yep. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye then, lads.